Hello.
Hello, Coach. Good morning.
Good morning.
Another game this weekend, a very difficult ground as we face Baby Go Stars in our quest for the challenge. How are you and your boys preparing for this game, and what will be the approach like?
The approach will be very serious, but we should admit it. We are going to meet one of the best one of the best team in the league today. On Sunday, they are very good and they have more advantage by playing at home. So it double our tax seriously in meeting them. So we are preparing towards that.
Coach, you are meeting a side that, as you rightly pointed out, has this experienced coach that you know so well, and then experienced players. Does it make it different in terms of your approach to other games?
Well, it will be because this is a team that is questioning trying to win the league. So definitely they will never sit down for anybody to stop them from winning the league. And we are also want to be competitive in the quest for the league. So definitely it will be very tough for both of us. It won't be easy. It will be very tough for both of us. Even though they start advantage, because if you are going to play at home, you really have the advantage more than the person coming. But that will not deter us from coming in for what we wanted.
Coach, last Sunday you scored 4 goals, and most of the supporters and then pundits of the game are saying that they really enjoyed that game. I think coaches will always say that the work ethics of their players makes the job a bit easier. How would you rate the work ethic of your players?
Well, I think they are responding very well to the dynamics of the game. You know, I'm a new coach. They've already started with somebody, and I like their attitude of learning, because when the only thing in learning is you learn to listen and listen to learn, and they are doing it to the highest degree of learning. So I'm very happy that they are coping with the way I want them to play, and they are doing their best, and I'm very happy to see them playing like that. Well, I like good football. I like good football. My philosophy is adding beauty to goal scoring, and I saw it last, and then I was very happy.
Coach, on Sunday you had Lord Amoa returning, the right back. How positive is his return?
Well, I think
yeah. My black and white doesn't mean anything on Pacho. Mobian link Bibia.
Was it a coincidence?
Yeah, quite ye. And ne. Sanona mana basa, yeah. Me quite Ziana man for draw my attention. Say, no.
Black and white, there feel.
Sir.
Black and white colors now.
And Posticoglu, I'm friend solo. Okay, so now still capped his second season at Tottenham Hotspur in a sensational style by delivering a long-awaited European trophy. Okay, Ruben Amorim has said he will leave Manchester United tomorrow if the club's board and fans no longer want him after their Europa League final loss to Spurs left him at rock bottom. Rio Ferdinand has hit out at Ruben Amorim for dropping Alejandro Garnacho to the bench as Man U lost to Tottenham in the Europa League final. I think that one.
So you're okay with why a man of call bench na Messi Mount's ball game no?
You know Obeseka Oboja Madnana.
I'm
on the left.
Nanka Garnacho in Suda.
Now we want to call.
Or the Messi Mount he confirmed na Patrick Dogu na Patrick Dogu ko anymore.
Okay. But some is boy no be Garnacho
na ade no. Dia no edi.
Okay. One Laporte's message after Hansi Flick renewal. So thank you for continuing. Juni Calafat and his staff have been preparing detailed reports on potential midfield targets for some time. Kvaratskhelia believes he can only warn PSG about how strong and tired, but he remains confident that neither coach Luis Enrique nor his teammates need his advice to prepare for the Champions League final. And now, Nkrofo Ekromun Sem Yebefi Sebiwa back home in Ghana. IMC of Kotoko paid a visit to Menchia to brief Otumfo about the progress of the club. Omo Kodi Nkomo. And close source indicate that Menchia has advised the IMC to appoint a local coach. Okay, close source. KMG too has acknowledged that his side will be facing one of the strongest teams in the Premier League as they travel to Bebiani Meboa. Hearts National Chapters Committee is set to hold a crucial meeting with MD to discuss pressing issues. And can I'm going to MD meeting and your board.
David.
Carmen Prado say has for they should remain united and not allow speculation about the coach to create division. When Schaefer says he remains confident about the future of Ghana despite recent setbacks. Black Stars, they've not been in the news for some time.
Yeah.
Okay, but Ome Pim. Baba, you need Simbia Fire Kwaman.
Oh, Asama
Fire Kwaman.
Amount for say talking town boss with 30 seconds. Talking town, they say, almost Bruno Fernandes. Unimbonable. Senka or player beer. Some level able players be dear modern or do be. But one share that will be a boy, Busan sell trophy where a bed in counter Manchester United for us. Nanka umpe Arsenal be Liverpool
discussion and I'm going go for baby bon we are the Busan trophy so the other questions.
The other things are part of it. Club and
the other questions.
Obo club and then now,
to be a say.
Boss Obo
say trophy ben now, yeah.
Of course.
We are and now trophy. And it depends on how you say it. It depends on how you say it. Obi a boy trophy be brave with team bim. Baby, I know you're regular. Until you kind of pull team.
Boss.
But you will also swear or man trophy be a kese esonne yi omo na yete omo nka ebi kochi a omo gidin ebi so ye pandits any ade and we dey nyese ye ka bia mo bia. If you play for Manchester United, you are playing for a very big club no matter what. And Bruno Fernandes ohini ya odi in Manchester United captain o ye jefa wo bi on o ehefa no kwa o mem na ko yes ade no, so allow him to enjoy his stay. So as I say, it's not the end of the world. Or is it 28? Bruno Bebe 28 over you 30. And it will be both finals of a competition. It won't
depends on the competition.
No. Solo.
Boss,
I want that say they say Obi Beka say Newcastle aje Carabao Cup mewa.
It be a time.
Manchester United.
It be a time.
I don't know what people are saying.
Maybe the Minkasa.
Say obo finals of the Champions League and now say obo Europa Cup final. One intino. Obi oje Carabao I had the but I mean that's not where I belong to there. Wait to make a come on say mamu pesamuka. So what I say.
In the case of Arsenal, no. But in the case of compare Newcastle United to them, Newcastle United are there.
And then I'm the Arsenal.
Even on the league
say, okay. What's that? I am Pamon on that time. No, I go for wine. Mummy. What go for wine? Why go for wine?
You can pick Ancelotti.
At the edge, yeah, 9:53. Manchester United better likeness. I'm my coach and prepare team no. Me dear. Manchester na me run. In December, in November, they were not like this. Forget about I can't go so position baby omo Danny and there, but the Manchester team no ball run. On the football na moment, on any day, that match could have ended 1-1 or even 2-1 for Manchester United. Oh, and you say baby, I'm the last savior, the car was 1-1 on any other days ago. And you know, I am for just a moment in conclusion saying the guy has done well. mo man mienu miensa bi nhyem anope matisa Manchester go carries as mo ko ho den dia omunya krombe lead ni o etin wo fa bi kasa so man.
You want to play in the Champions League? The guy wants to play in the Champions League.
So for one season, if you don't play in the Champions League,
the guy wants to play in the Champions League.
Nanya Champions League no free move.
Jokers want to be in the Champions League.
So one season, why more Champions League?
This time he wants to play in the Champions
League. Nancy Barcelona movie. Nancy Bia, ama movie. Enti no omumpe miensanhye maminche positions no. Number 9 there. Also omum man konukrom ne ya. Kwa no obo 9 no. Hoyland as one no. Maintain Garnacho. Maintain Ahmad. Midfield no so overage aka midfield no kakra. Overage wo ho. Omumpa Brantia no ho odin an ho sisi no so ba ko a onim botwetwen taaki ba ko. Echire ho no. Right hoye look show us for buy wa emre kakra ba ndo mu pa se boy no ho dogu no ho center back no so aseye na keeper no so mo nsesa no Manchester can compete with everybody baba yenko
hey dinga asna say na vekaro and I'll pay Yamo special good morning. Na Yamo Kwaba. Oyerepa TV, Oyerepa 100.7 FM. And my son pay your kunko phone crosso. Na and someone Eddie and then church and someone pay a boom from pa uncle phone crosso. Ya the one some at him and some no doso and na no pay number de disafata sa wuche. Na utie ena yede emma wo kitikiti man polibi ena akanso yanoma kamburu pa ano pay ya to boase na yateno emra ya confirm emnu nyina emma wo live on Facebook aya Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio on Facebook Oyerepa live Oyerepa radio on Facebook yet Oyerepa sports on Facebook Oyerepa sports on Facebook or Twitter no and I say X Oyerepa sports on X Oyerepa sports on X now for TikTok no Oyerepa sports _ Oyerepa sports _ nina okowa abusuam edaho ebenya bia enjoy enshase emfi UEFA Europa League finals enra ewo Bilbao Kromo Tottenham Spurs eshebako abusuam Manchester United and Brennan Johnson and the only goal in the game Emma Tottenham Spurs na enra yebeko na yahwe seats no na after some I'm lifted a trophy and near my dodam I was stadium after said Tottenham Spurs after 17 years I'm a major trophy na sadajam any fem kra yebeko na yahwe dia course unti moment na game no ban na we na Vicario e peja bonum and the koya Tottenham Spurs win the Europa League post-match scenes trophy lift and na and a part TV no so refa bona bay na Tottenham Spurs fans e Germany I read ya yetiaba I kwakwakwakwaje nemedano celebration Saudi and I koso Brennan Johnson nom and Richarlison the Andran denom na Christian Romero ride senkenye pra ha akwani bobo ha no ojejo pretro enwa utuso propao na odijam checho of the man of the match na odi atudwam o say de na omohwehwe no omonsa etimi aka coach ne ka twom say yanko bobo abofa bia hia fei en yakwa dandan ho yakwa piapia de mihia en se chance baba no I was Dominic Solanke nom Richarlison de Andrante nom and Brennan Johnson now go on bese samusha mun defend ye I say amu play according to instructions and no a Christian Romero now Alan Sarah Kikambi at the Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim was team no now trading the niabre pa na a Tottenham Express team no niabre at Manchester United or Drewa until da why Alejandro Garnacho or Amad Diallo or Sister Spurs for amu fullbacks now amu ye good or dodgy and Poro no masa said you see bomb no be here wingers debia do metumrika nowadays Patrick Dogu and I call him now ball show Sunday morning na amwa am Manchester United and to me ending him to one coach make a home na and Postecoglou a purposeful than Ruben Amorim no Alan Shearer Ninsaba or the Tuka and na play Ruben Amorim de Tuka set Manchester United na and Central Football say man qualify for the Champions League about affect him transfer in the summer now and on say amu prepare amu and na amu call finance now amu prepare say and then either say yan qualify for Champions League a place when you be fam you qualify for Champions League a place when you be fam and amu plan for the summer transfer window and you Ruben Amorim now and Postecoglou or say I haven't finished the job here. Now Postecoglou ya tuka sa onu Postecoglou no onim sa ni second season bia or the trophy na game wenom na a gamer and here no pa na a difficult game at the emanum number no or bought the boys number so with a motimba one done a day and Postecoglou see each of the English clubs Tottenham Spurs or I must celebrate the trophy no now or come a boy sentiment say it's time to celebrate a sunset na Edney Kevin Dansonom and at the place the bem on the bed according to Ant Postecoglou Jamie O'Hara at the Atujosa on the Futo or the Emma Tottenham Spurs for say Amama Ant Postecoglou Trump na fe onye Joanna Openino a finya sebia or shesani team no pra at the Yana Spurs team no set place in available na se omo ba ultimate se omo ba binti or coach another chance na Champions League Premier League in 2025-2026 team and more and Jamie O'Hara Ninsaba or the Etuka na your father than to say on Tiasia and Ruben Amorim a drop play Alejandro Garnacho since play away a feel wingo or ball poponier Senko Jaho and Amat Diallo Jawa and Castor in the different and Saba your Ferdinand the Tuka na Ruben Amorim de Tuka sa se bi aboard some peme e bi afon some peme na mpenim for fees some kodia why not me konemum me nyo bia me sa bia se na nya ya me se makwete me ready to quit I am some Ruben Amorim de Tuka and na pay some 17 years after lifting their last piece of silverware and now I express na Hurricane and na elbow plus number so or say elbow plus number so is Emra and Juma I'm done a gym oh beba come on afe I'm lifted the trophy you know I am some boy no at the Atuka and I'm play me coaches and players at time no so no high sense television television promo no ekoso abusuam onim sa open 110-inch display and also 150-inch was oba Hisense amaso ye womanum TV no papa 28th day of May kopim 8th June na aba na wi yenti ko Hisense na fe Hisense television promo no kokoji TV dia for free waje papa so kokoje 45-inch ni bi enti osu kokoji bi 38 na per 32 mina am be 03025500030255000 na offer Hisense form na anopai elsa oko adusa herbal clinic eho and outdoor adusa herbal mission any adusa herbal capsules no onum ni no abom eba no sa eba tu koko na say menstrual pains na entra so and na wanum adusa herbal mixture any adusa herbal capsules abom general well-being besese when drano or to asina twon severe waist pains ni anum adusa herbal mixture ni adusa herbal capsules bom na entrosium na adusa prostamide capsules no ebeboa na prostate ni na etu asebe mo dwun so ye adusa man capsules ebwa amwe bemem awanpem obeba juma awanpem wo ba manai abusuana ni agenti per adusa man capsules na kumase swami macro udodu macro station ho going filling station inside ho adusa ho Accra La Paz, obey Las Palmas, or behind Pizza Man 0500110115 0500110115 0557009824. Now what for Adusa now? Posticoglu, medical can was at the Achel na Brennan Johnson. I said Nania J. Sir Enra, I'm winning a trophy over Manchester United.
Yeah, I'd agree on that. I have no idea what happened, but the ball went back in the back of the net, so I couldn't care less.
What does it mean to you to see this behind you? Let's just take a look.
It means everything, honestly. Ever since I joined the club, I just thought this club is way too good to have not won a trophy in so long, and to be part of a team that's won a major competition, it feels unbelievable. Yeah, I think we always had that underlying confidence. I mean, it's a final, you never know what's going to happen. When against Man United, their history speaks for itself, but to a man, I believed in our team that we'd get the job done, and I'm so proud of every single player, every single staff, and it's for the fans, it's for us. We just need to enjoy it now. Hoped it went in, and then I saw it back.
After 2008, now we are the next captain. One left the trophy. Ama Tottenham person in mean, and I said now you better make us a legend for the club. Son.
Let's say I'm a legend. Why not? Look, I mean, 17 years, nobody haven't done it. So with such amazing players, yeah, today's the day. Probably I will say today I'm a legend of this club. So yeah, let's enjoy. Let's celebrate.
How does it feel winning Spurs' first trophy for 17 years?
Wow, feeling amazing. That's what I always dream for. And today is the day that happened. Dream come really, really true. So yeah, what can I say? I'm so happy. Happiest the man in the world.
How important has your manager been? I think he's been under a lot of pressure, a lot of scrutiny, a lot of criticism.
Back in the day, when you look at the whole season, there will be always some situation you're having tough times. So, but we as a player, we always stuck together with the injuries, with the young players. They always step up, and I always give them some good advice. You know, I always want to talk to positive, and I think I'm very lucky that having such an amazing group of players with me, and that's why I think it was the tournaments happened. Yeah, I mean.
Yanko Rupin Amarim Naswaya Ose Ono Jumano Unjai as manager Emma United to losing the Europa League final.
Suffered a goal. I think we, especially in the second half, we were in controlling of the game. We had situations to score. We try everything. I think we start quite well the first 5-7 minutes. Then we lost a little bit control of the game. We suffered a goal, but then the rest of the game we had clear chances to score. We didn't score. Porque like you saw, I think you saw the same thing. We started the second half quite well. So change just for the people to see that I changed something is not my way of doing things. We were on the top of the game, and when I felt that we need a different player, I put a different player.
In your view, what does now need to change this summer?
Yesterday was not the moment. Imagine this moment. This moment is not to talk about, it's to give space to the winners and to deal with the pain of losing this match and to go forward.
Obviously, without the Champions League that came with the victory this evening, how does that affect the summer? Does it affect how quickly and how much you can change?
That is clear, but that is not the important point. We will find a way to make the team better.
Are you confident still that you're the man to be able to deliver those changes?
Yes, I'm confident that I'm still the guy. More than the beginning. So I know it's going to be tough. I know that we lost against an English team. I know that.
Bruno Fernandes, captain Manchester United, discuss his Manchester United date. Now after unyasa heartbreaky, that's it to say.
They had some corners, but main thing in football is scoring goals, and they did score today, and we didn't.
Are your squad mates good enough to play for a club like United?
No, I don't have to speak from the point of view of the other ones. I can speak for myself. It wasn't good enough. Season wasn't nowhere near what we should have been. We knew this trophy would make things look a little bit better, but still the season was bad, and we have to deal with that. Luke is right. Everyone else needs to look at himself now and decide what they want to be from here going forward. My point of view has never been the financial side, so if I want to go for a financial side, I will always have the option to go, but that's not the thing. I think what I want is to win trophies and be involved in the best competitions, as obviously next season we won't have that chance.
Do you see his vision? Do you believe, can you give the Manchester United fans the
I'll say Adele here as a player and say he will win trophies for the club. I don't know. So can he win trophies with Manchester United with his age? I know a question among for Ebusa and then I pay na mami go Spain. Na minya Jumano pay Spain Barca. Jamiti HMSA I'm former academy graduate Alejandro Grimado. Lectures and say Deco Jobebia so the boy in the Spain no be Juma ama FC Barcelona one Laporta message Emma Hans Flick and officially Hans Flick and pencil paper swa western contract Emma Barca I say thank you sir Otuo Acheampong say Hans Flick he say Otuo Juma Emma FC Barca until 2027 Mijna Barca na Ronaldinho and two just Lamine Yamal me bayano Barca Samsung and Lionel Messi ebeye Barca nti sa quality na ekutao and talent na ekutano on subetima with FC Barcelona and Hans Flick renew the contract the first West as a manager Emma FC Barcelona and ye betia bi no chechemu trophies na oje one about that board no and a president na say players no so be adwuma latest on the transfer say and ukom nina ochechemu.
I'm happy because I'm happy that that journey continue, and I feel that we are not in the end, and we have a lot of potential in this team. We have a young team, and of course we suffered a little bit in November, December, but we stay calm and we played on an unbelievable level in the second half of the season, and we deserved all what we achieved this season, and I'm really happy to work with this team.
Boss, Medicino report says Rodrigo. Latest ni Chelsea aya dombe biasa amonsa abeka Rodrigo from Real Madrid and also aya latest eba na odawani ko Juventus asweya Jamie teacher say former Juventus coach Thiago Motta he say no oma linking to Milan job ni somra emeya juma e Martina Ashraf Hakimi say e was say omo ehwe Dancer Dumfries in the Champions League final a player Masa Otimie Bibia at any point in time and we reporter Eba Kwalaskelia as a PSG how we hear advice so was say and sa anamatima as a Inter Milan onim Inter ye the back candidature chair PSG and say amukuta good squad and amukuta good manager and also amu prepare ye for the game. Leroy Sunny boss reporter say Julien Nagelsmann at the friend for the Nations League final and the semi-final. I know a reporter if you were to get on painting so na emfa manfa soon semno NC and pay a day after Sam manager Ruben Amorim Antimi Anje the Europa League United fans the fans no and you're happy and one SMP no fans no any to the boss player
fans be no happy when you don't win.
Of course.
So that's normal.
Of course. The amana happy say Osha Tottenham Spurs team na no normal bono. And the Manchester United ebona omfise no wakande on that fateful day. Na Manchester United wakande
11.
Enyamina meka. Enyamina meka. E fans meka.
Omo kanu so na wori
o me dey say meka.
Ba be gina your line up.
Me dey say meka.
Etiro num ni nyina kra Manchester enya baako.
O meka some back for ne dey. Manchester United in wuram.
Enti akade be.
Mickey van de Ven, Christian Romero, Destiny Odoji, Pedro Poro, sa back for you. Manchester United nyabiom.
Kangen Magic drinking water. It's safe. It's refreshing. And it offers numerous benefits to your body. First of all, Kangen is hydrogen rich. Kangen is rich in minerals like calcium, magnesium, potassium, iron, etc., which keeps you healthy. Kangen helps in preventing constipation, and drinking enough Kangen water refreshes the body and makes you have a good sleep. Drinking Kangen water gives you control and provides optimal hydration, which helps your heart pump blood more easily. Kangen water is acid-free. It's rich in antioxidants and contains minute molecules for easier absorption by your body cells. Regular hydration with Kangen and Magic drinking water keeps your skin young. Drinking enough of Kangen water will help decrease the acidic state of your body, i.e., neutralizes acidity state of the body. Drinking more of Kangen and Magic water helps in carrying nutrients and oxygen to your cells. It helps in regulating body temperature and also helps in protecting organs like your heart, your liver, your kidney, and tissues if drunk regularly. Okay, so you locate us at Bremen UGC or Tafuni Road, Baru Junction. For orders and inquiries, please call 0241 44 9191. 0241 44 9191. We help you in English. Let's say. Okay. I no Kangen.
And Bashop Midi Cremiano pay.
I think that's any boy.
We are Tim Toy.
Oh, no boy.
We are. We are Metato a medium one.
You know, 1 liter.
1 liter.
Okay.
Obia
hwehwe Kangen akiri kwan eno ena eye niema bibria ye bobo so yi obi onom Kangen bia no so esayare eye onom eboa pa ma bibia koso kama bibia koso kama but obetimi ayi na free wa aka le obetimi ayi we na free wa no
for now so what you say
because yenim bibia relative to product placement. Okay. Producers say obey. Okay, all right. Akaba. That man, let's say.
Oh, so. Obalito.
Oh yeah there.
Adumo now so.
Okay, no muzo ti baby now your commentary.
Ajabende seja.
Yeah na wabana wabe.
Ajumano
wabe yi preko. Yes, I'm for bibia nsio. Two
different issues. You understand? And team so anopai metiha se SM Bites Oyerepa Hospital and the maba betna ha se me ton adwaton de na me mama san hu adepa se medical catch say e trenti anya cheso a enti de bia no SM Bites even though so to agine din ama enipa ka ho sem nipa enom enipa sankofo yade na so se be ya obi bia bete na emfa refie emma for a second say me refie say senka me koto SM Bites na ekio me sisi yade ma me ana se matin kan atiko no epegya mu no enti na yese de bia ye betra na ka ho asem enti na anopai mitirim fifire me de tia yi se me bo ho dawro yi so to na SM Bites no adwuma no wo de wonim ka wonko anka me nka ho asem because what you tum why endorsement ama enei o ka kire afoforo so mo foforo to na mo so ebia na enei no any opportunity to listen to Oyerepa FM say uti Oyerepa FM a Oyerepa Hospital na kofa dupa bi abaso IFN SM Bitters. The SM Bitters no Food and Drug Authority for almost inscription I want to say adwuma eye and say a success yadie ana esa pagya watinka mu emema ebia hunamu ahokyire nti sika botoma enye nti omo atinka tiko ntu answer nie SM Bitters ema onse enfre bebrebe mu ni omo ni okunu da onya atinka era na make kire nso tu se enna no Nyankopon born special se bema ene oba so mu ko hyampa so a anije na de bafie se omieni nyina ni ji ebewie na obi ani age na ebewie na ba ko aka na pantensi so na ba ko so ani age de na nye fe e se omieni nyina no o ni ji e de so yo ba na so ni atenka for all these years unya ba bi a obekọ akọ hospital nyina one maduro bia na mfa ya onum SM Bitters onum SM Bitters so tu watenka no ebeba onum ntra ba ko mienu miensa na watenka no gina so den ama watimi da bibia we ya do a Oyerepa hospital e dey aba the good thing about it is say so tu emanum memanum ana alcohol nim enya de abenom na wakase mani so etwa me onum a tambia obetimi anom nti asofo nom akomfo nom a teacher for nom doctor for nom presenters nom ana obi bia any other person so wo fie du nwotwe na kakra aguso a fie du nwotwe e ko nanim no ana enom na nenom no so tu ye de cap bi hye so se cap no se udidi a na onom ba ko de nti ye ne sa ne se so tu adona no odin so udidi wia
anye udidi
wia na so tu uhwe ba ko a na aja cap no ni
na ya na eyeso obedi aduane mu oduro kakra
of course yes
also bu awaye dide o konom coffee bi ande no da bi go we na no odin
papa na okasa na wote do na se
o sem de no enu anwumre kra menu mienu a ayi no de kata so na we
onu mienu
ade na kata me se menum 2 menom 1
na se mienu no so adwuma na e dife no
me bom mienu
o se ba kono adwuma no ma de difa piti ba pese
na me se na menum
on paso ye da na no
me de nyem paso ntra ba menum mienu
sa
okay bifra me bia me nwe ho
ya fatra na
bia na ayi
mo adwuma so wan kasa me
yo bia ni se enne ye dwada
yes
enne ye dwada enne da bem enne Thursday
yes
enti mabom mienu nrei mebom mienu memenda sana me yemde 3 days bia no mabom we mienu na me da
so to wo de no so ye correct
na free ho no a na bom se ade no sisie ndi ye ho adwuma
yes so onnom SM
fa yin che ade
onnom SM
ni ade na ade no
adoni ni
na de no ni aha na no bi che o mo ya na
so to Mr. Ambassador de
fa ma me no nchro mo
tambia no
me na medidi
opani juma
me na medidi
juma the general manager
me medidi anopai
no kre me do nya ni di
medidi
ndi wa hwa na akoma ko no wi na da form
me nya se die wo sumu yi
ano odin adono powerful ntino
sumu yi ha na fe bi so
na se wonno ma eye anasa to unse wadua no ready na so no go face enya de se obakwakoye na be wi a okofa asema ba camera no mo fanto the general manager so
a good boy
abra wo hwe the general manager bo abaso de a big endorsement yes the general manager no anu ade no amobi ehu what an endorsement
that's right
say the general manager of Oyerepa promise media unim de sinani so what are they unum de sinani so
careful
now onum to a unum de sinani so
what do we do about me
asamu ani adura agent re ha zoto obi bia enum emanum emman yes adura
on TV
bafo adono duma no adono duma no na odanyame asese Dr. Edu Mohammed ene mpanifo a doctor for tenase no omuhu this adura a perfect fit for sayade american so sisi ene se watenka ebesa ama ho ato so quickly ma minta bia upe bia obenya bi ato se upe bi ato adoba for de nka doba ni nka otese meka no nka ba bia me be kan no ko bia
ko long
journey for no omu sisi nya dodo na
ne si me yo bia o
so to kolinak ewo ashton crofom kwan so obenya bi ato ho say eben Danny Farmer side on to do obenya kolinak
ashton
kwantimpon na kokro fom no so wo pedo de otu anaso pe ba ko obenya bi ato sa enso na mesoto Freddy Mens okay o ono so Aston ho KO ho ko obenya bi ato e de free ho ana Kasapa Pharmacy o Tachiman Kumasi Station ho mesoto bi ho Ekut Pharmacy e wo Ashaman e bi ho Repash e wo Kanshi Drug Lane Accra obenya bi ato House of Drug also Kanshi obenya bi ato e de free ho Gatson Pharmacy e Eastern Region Koforudia ana PK Gombila eno enso watermele ade obenya bi ato Gode Pharmacy e Takrade obenya bi ato free ho ana Pena Heba e Kipos eno so obenya bi ato sanso na Owas e Takwa uduru ha mzoto obenya bi ato e de afiri ho na watu enso de call yobeso de kobia mzoto numbers a e bia babia America nyina wo hwe wunhu obeso ofre na no doctor so kasa so 0243 98 93 68 0243 98 93 68
Captain, yeah, Nase. Yeah, we can feed the black president. Said ye, yes, ya nume dunam na ena kono.
Amanka.
Oga wo hia bi.
Manka.
Either say, mube brainy bi, ana or send muska, na mudi to be a brain.
Black president for Ghana na so.
Owa ha wa has yo kumasi a o
to asho no so benyebi.
O tie nka.
Asho to benyebi memo mso de kakra ba. Obenya no mo. Ba ko pede e bi betuma problem mo bi mani apede amano. Ba one year enough. But on we say that ohia betre.
Me just say bia ono so atinka yi.
Ohia betre enti won fa kakramra. Ba ko supposed to be 70 Ghana cedis. 70 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Eto de ba obenya bia to 055 83 79 545.
Okay.
055 837 9545. Sana 020 10 44 221.
Almost we pa bank for.
Almost transit check.
Me call bank be Prudential Bank branch be Menka branch no.
Yeah.
Oh, na just say papa back o ohia bi pa.
Okay, me
yeah, ma bibia ye fine.
Delivery service and today be our bank no ntimi offer a. So to number see you betuma pass be. Who say our padded form so ho? After the liquid one.
None is a movie.
We say what's padded form ni be. So to a change ayin. Se padded form ni dey. Se ka unu mienu yi. Se to nkwa sorry. Se padded form wonu utwa 2 ya.
Edru a change ayin dey ajuro.
Kwa sorry. We so to dey come for SMBT. Edu mo bia edu eba hospital. Mankasi be fikrum. Anakra official town. So to. Adon so opa. Ubonye bia to. Nyakubo.
Ejedi. Enu anase man you be show.
No am on side na I was I may believe say be 1-0 win be betimi about United side but as a let down kakra. It wasn't the best.
They played well.
But said the eventual thing is to win.
Playing well is what
you see I have issues with Sadio no. How if we are judge a judge name.
Yeah.
There were few occasions in the game on any day that would be a goal.
Of course, the goal.
And he said, "Massa, near concluded say one yard."
Yeah, not 1 yard, but you ain't been bored about so.
There was something I was fighting for. The amount of period there's all the ball, not the Nyasadia. You had all
but
the
possession. We have to reward efforts too.
You better not saying you cannot today. You cannot at the time you will be abaso. They say Tottenham.
I mean, no two ways about it.
The Manchester United.
But let me just say, the efforts that also go into it must be looked at. But as they say there,
almost doesn't count.
Society, no, I say, just a final.
That's why almost doesn't count on Ekano. That's why only many are doing that.
No, but we mean to know behind never ever.
On say
football,
you're not sure. Say, and
it's born I born. Season and the rest of you. The rest of you. And it is a Manchester United. And some supporters scramble to be. But this team was not like this in November. No. Privately,
Tottenham.
The team wasn't like this.
Tottenham was the one who from recent times.
Yeah. So you don't see improvement in this team.
I don't see any improvement.
Oh, okay.
I don't see any hope.
Maybe improvement so could do finance. That's all.
On say, I say with my campaign say, so corner a cholepra now will bleed here. The first thing to do is to stop the bleeding. So stop bleeding anyway now they are calling hospital. Yeah. They no be fear now be what caused it and how to prevent that from happening again. So more attention call what caused the bleeding. Na akolane da ho no bleed ya. Why have a banana akolane wu? That's the difference between Claudio Ranieri and Ruben Amorim. It's not about fixing the. It's not about looking for what caused the bleeding. It's about stopping the bleeding. Amorim no want me to stop bleeding, you know. And no. Inti Senna United eyemushi our erecting hard to no buy, you know. He was so much interested in identity in a style of play. When Luku at getting results to build the confidence around the team. And at the end of the day, was risking all with the Europa League and our backfire. Until say United do, but we almost do everything that will revive them next season. Europa League, you know. So United lose comfortably in the English Premier League, but the fans were talking about the Europa League. The same thing applies to Postecoglou. But to say risking all, what do cost you in our basket back home? That's a basket in show na kusuani na papa ya yenti mimbo abaso. So imagine if United be crank asabre ka say United were 8th, United was 7th, and uncle lose Europa League in the crana, they would have some form of hope based on their performance in the league. Also we be out to Liverpool paying under Klopp's first season or the 8th, and a Europa League final no lose, but there was hope around the team. But United can end the season on the 17th position. It is possible. So maybe on the 17th position and go trophyless. And this don't create hope around the team. I want to ask them no. Think maybe and Casabria Morena DB a 9th, where DB a 8th. Maybe a better check from time no no take you over Manchester United no. Maybe a draw league table no from that time. Say normally we talk about Ranieri and Roma. Over draw from time Ranieri take you over. Nanka Sabin could Roma qualify for the Champions League time no buy na. If Amorim had a similar maybe a statistics, maybe a time will take you over no. You pay the best performing teams in the English Premier League. Maybe your Toso be 4th. Nanka maybe crowd or the 9th and or the 8th. Maybe Europa League will lose based on the why. It gives you the hope. But you check Ruben Amorim statistics in the Premier League. So there's a manager will lose double digits in terms of numbers will lose. Well, we need just 6 matches in the Premier League. So if you go ahead to the Europa League and you lose the final, there's nothing to celebrate. I want to ask them, and the trouble will start.
I'm saying that it's not easy to play in the finals of the competition.
Granted.
So once Obiadu saw final,
granted.
Maya Suya and Kasa Sibi has done nothing.
Oh, no. Final, no, they were drew. Final,
so that is a good effort.
That is a good effort. But at the end of the day, what is the total performance of the club under war time? No?
And none Edu could do the finals of the Europa.
And enough. But what in Kobana say? And no enough. Some fans are Ruben Amorim buying at the only competition no boy Europa League, no boy league now. Quebec say we are caught unbeaten, we lose just 1 game, and that creates hope. But you better imagine in a big bowl to look at your total performance. Now let's go to the conversation itself. And I'm not paying now. We quite an can come and come on home. A publication from Sky Sports, and I decided to read the article. My short headline is Fernandes admits Manchester United could cash in on him after the final lose. The headline is so you want to try and read it because one major positive I want Manchester United at the moment is Bruno Fernandes. Now this is the quote. Yes, I'll come to that. How Bisuma Moye Juma to Enrana Yera game we're talking about how Spurs can dominate the match. All the no, how Spurs can win the game. Maybe dominate is the wrong word. And how it even happened. Now Bruno quoting in here say, I've always said that I will be here until the club says to me that it's time to go. I'm eager to do more. To be able to bring the club to the great days. If the club thinks it's time to part ways,
because they want to do some cash in. It is what it is.
That's one.
Or say, if the club thinks it's time to part ways because they want to do some cash in, it is what it is.
This could only have come from a particular question. What did I say?
Yeah.
But one for question number.
No question.
Because quite
basically,
strange.
Bruno is saying that he would want to stay. And he would want to do more.
So the question could
the
have
question
been
probably
about,
better say, looking at the financial state of Manchester United.
And as looking at what has happened
what
tonight.
Has happened. And
so
the financial implications.
Yeah.
So there are financial implications
of course,
which I know they be moving forward. If the club decides say sika semana ne ebia baby oma be duru no so mu ja okwan are you open to it? And this particular statement here about bonting. This statement is extremely loaded. Initially, the first thing is that is a player all the desire to leave. Because so we have not gotten there. When we get there, we'll cross the bridge. But for you to say if club ne person told me I made me ready say me code one major sign of frustration. But he ain't fair none to work akra. Because an ensemble a dorsal. Now to Manchester United itself. This is the worst season under Manchester United. For a very long time to yen be that. Now and no born a basono. Near who say United a chita for benya a debi de asere. No man ya GDB Jinaso next season and your maybe yane match way. And so we talked about some of the key things. First thing I'm a boss had to do with Bruno Fernandes and his impact. I was such a game. Clearly, he's the heartbeat of the Manchester United team, no doubt about it. In general, Abraham makes somebody to just say the first thing I said space it me how they can neutralize the ability of Bruno Fernandes in this particular game. Someone allow Bruno to enjoy himself. Now it me dictate the game no the way or one or penna. Because what's steady Bruno and Ramsey most of the time not drop deep to start the build up.
As a Manchester 5 million.
5 million at all.
No me cancel a question about. I'll check 5 million euro if you play second. Our Europa League now.
But is it true say for not qualifying for the Champions League? Manchester United does deal no.
And the
so the focus.
Sorry, if you Liverpool.
The focus has to do with Bruno Fernandes and how he can be stopped. Now, so it looks like Coach Efeno Postecoglou had a plan, especially how I know you saw Brandt Efeno Bissouma game. Now, there's the statistics of Bissouma. Motu Enra 4 tackles so come in our winning. You won all his tackles. Enra Owini back possession on 4 different occasions. Enra Omeki 6 clearance, 1 block, 2 major interceptions, and 42 touches. So this tells you say player about 90 minutes now 42 touches. It makes less than 1 touch after about 2 minutes. So his core duty on the field was not to hold on to the ball. But what he is doing when he's not having the ball, it is a ball in Kuta Bissouma, and he was extremely active on the field, workaholic, closing the spaces. But to another catch say United in the Europa League based on statistics, when they played against the Spanish teams now allow more space because the Spanish teams, inclusive spaces. So what Chekana United for no build up pass per possession there was so because Omutimi hold on to the ball check a cry and initiate the attack the way they wanted. But now about Premier League now they drop because when tactically they are playing against the Premier League teams that they don't allow them to do those build ups. And then Spurs was a Premier League team. And in fact, when you look at the total statistics of the game, it tells you that this was a Spurs team and no more ball 183 passes. Whilst Manchester United bought 514 passes, almost times 3 of the passes on my boy. So their focus was not passing. And then no one can say You Postecoglou are stubborn with his tactics. Later, Krajibo Bekato so say, who Spurs say they will not possess. They will allow United to possess and cut them on the break. And then I can say that is the ideal situation. Apart from stopping Bruno, the other way, Spurs beating Abon home Omonko letting themselves down is not to go attacking. It's a team that will sit back to some extent, close the number of spaces at their back, limit that high line defensive system, and catch United rather on their break with their energy and their pressure. And based on the statistics, 26% in terms of possession. So to possession you drew from there 80th minute no be actual one there and no crowd the numbers no kosoro. But during the game was around there 35 in the intense moment in the game from the first to the 75th minute. Yedibe win a drop more because at that time they decided to defend. So this was a more tactically flexible Postecoglou. This was a Postecoglou. He had a way of stopping the heartbeat of the Manchester United team, which was Bruno Fernandes. And again, say no here game now. Adeba Pep Guardiola used power to his advantage at the NFL tactical fouls. No? Committing fouls that distort the build-up of your opponent. So nipa na nya ball na nipa na one ne ball na nya ball no person start pass no. Most what in the referee beje foul but enye de a lead to caution. And now Spurs 22 fouls as against 10 for Manchester United. And surprisingly, out of that 22 fouls, it was technically crafted in such a way that they had just one yellow card. And United no yet 10 fouls no, and 2 yellow cards. Spurs no yet 22 fouls no 1. At the NFL tactical fouls no. To and no use to the advantage. To be one no push you to baby, one no pion to baby. Na ma wuntimi nya already no entimi fanye wadwuma. Nti to and now was pure coaching. Excellent job. United nya 16 shots, 6 was on target, but none of them anytimi koto atenem. And ni nyina na yade a yede credit mema coach a ye fe na Postecoglou to why ade few people expected him to do that. Also no ade to just say normally in the second season to a trophy no and indeed in the second season waje. Now this year is writing a different narrative. Teams winning major trophies for the first time on the west year afia e wura mi yenya Spurs winning their first trophy in 17 years. Yenya Crystal Palace winning their first trophy in 119 years. Yarabenya Newcastle in 71 years. Bologna in 51 years. Go Ahead Eagles in 92 years. And again, it writes a lot of story. Inti afia nkofo abom modern. I say the abasobodium, but the crisis at Manchester United na fe na eba. Yes, because me who Anthony tweet no. I say, but I was the issue. Let's go Betis. Or no, the aba. Bruno comment no. I
was the issue.
But I was the issue. And on this series, smiling emoji, laughing emoji can.
No one try.
Yes, or no one posty. I want to start. It's really trending power. Senko for you on na asem no. But here he say on wet me free ho. Ababe PM Let's Go Bilbao and Robert Tees and more Conference League final whilst United is struggling. But Ganacho Diena is even worse than any of the conversations. But he's extremely matured. In Mutuebe Pardon Ganacho Kakra. Ganacho was talking about how poor the team has performed the entire season, how bad they've performed, and on enough minutes to play. He made a lot of comments. Yeah, but you didn't later. So I sense trouble for Manchester United, and I'm looking at how they can withstand this crisis. A deep crisis in a team in Akumo. Congratulations to Spurs and coach FN Postecoglou.
I'm in the Manchester for now by my microphone.
Are they doing it now?
It has a Manchester phone. Never know. So Manchester for Munye Mumame.
Oh, there's so many.
Hey, they win him. When him talk home, when I'm from Nana, you bet man pay. And then talk like it was. So, Moody and show. I'm just idiot. Over them saying, Bah.
You make at least 24 million for reaching the final.
Yeah.
An additional 7 million euro in TV rights money.
Yeah, making it
about 30 million.
31 million euros.
It's been talking and no Europe.
But you ever farmer ama Europa League, you know, I think one of the best decisions on take here. Omo decided say the winner of the Europa League automatically in your qualification into the Champions League. Inti ama the competition level Europa no to say akoso. Inti nei whether accept club now or Kobo final, clubs from Kobo final, why qualify for Champions League, won't qualify for Champions League.
I also mean a finalist in me.
I don't think so. The Omonyasa. We na ache. Who say at a point na the UEFA Cup and the Cup Winners' Cup before more combined, you know. Na elusu. How important are these two trophies here? Also, last time I may catch you say, yet me bought a season in Europe. Example, 1993. Juventus edge UEFA Cup. Marseille edge Champions League. But European Football of the Year and World Football of the Year went to Roberto Baggio. Time Inter Milan edge excess Lazio in the UEFA Cup final. The best player in the game then went to Luis Nazario de Lima. Those years, players here maybe with the Champions League. But a good stage, you know, Zutu. Now, say amount for new respect. At the UEFA Cup, it's UEFA. I think it's a good decision. Game no kakrebi because NY can be brave and the kind of Zutu. Obi Oshe game ni biye who said do na no. It me APM Emma said na game ni besi akwa na enre kwa na bibia ansesa na ye kan no a ye ka coach na sem no Manchester for na so mo pe bibi no mo ka kira Mourinho me hu coach a wo final to onim how to manage his team to get results they said no Mourinho no me hu bi ache papa be ma boda ha de bi yebo game na no from time as Spurs a share first goal. Your second half. Spurs approach was clear. You be defending with everything within us to protect that one goal. No one interested in a second goal. Coach, no, the way I know everybody is a see a shot. You protect goal na ya no. Fine, will be opportunity bet me about example. Idoji ene Solanke die no ebi a song die no but enye chances have me automatically say a team play na this are chances na ba ebi opponent ni mistake na akofa chance na dia ba. First question maybe some who say and then a coach a go against a team our defensive side as a 75th minute now 5 defenders in a park so odo mo ye dey. You don't need 5 defenders because Tottenham now already were considered possession amount. If you don't need numbers to defend, you need numbers to attack.
At the point I was expecting Ericsson.
Also,
to me creative review.
I'm saying only solo raises our point in a Champions League.
Able to create something.
And na ohia obia
so last minute change not the Kobe menu number.
Kobe you come manage.
Kobe will not even short numbers.
No, but or the calmness Beba United play no. Once a go back to was it Monday or Tuesday? Your discussion and about tempo controller. Obi control game. Kobe bet me off fast hard kakra to bring calmness. Once United at a point now they were rushing to get the equalizer. But no money ade better kano
the dance no
then the ma Postecoglou no Mizoto we need the tactical battle ni which is something Manchester United are no throughout the
dance change I decide na fe on said the block so low all the teams defend they come but we dey no go on side hold
only reason why they dance by offer Tottenham center backs na Christian Romero Van de Ven for 2 fullbacks in the count, Idoji and Pedro Porro. When it comes to area ability, the best among them is Kevin Danso. It's when Manchester United pushing Harry Maguire. He needed somebody to challenge Harry Maguire when it comes to area duels. And then they did Danso introduction.
Vicario is one of the best keepers when it comes to dealing with crosses.
So what's the match I say? It's be a Manchester baby no kopa no duru. Be a Manchester baby no kopa no duru. And Russia ne three midfielders or boy Betancourt, Matasa and Bissouma. Virtually all these are destroyers. It's in the idea now was one to cut Bruno Fernandes off. It usually a player put on Bruno Fernandes was Pap Metasa. Any move via Bruno baby, and the first person to attack Bruno was on one. Then Bissouma should stay just in front of the back four. No? Among these 3 midfielders, they are more comfortable. One ball ni bedini ho, Betancourt. It's how he arranges 3-man midfield was one. Not to give United a lot of spaces. United spaces no omunya no. When the more spaces near dangerous, Bruno Fernandes. It won't say a pressing Ibi and a Bruno Fernandes.
I think after 45 minutes was a Garnacho ball.
Oh, send Nameka say
45 minutes Garnacho.
So what? And Nameka will say there is no way a Postecoglou will go to Sane Highline or Onko. Mashomo against Frankfurt, Mashomo against Bodo. Before any game, the lowest possession at Tottenham Hotspur Enya under Ange Postecoglou was their game against Bodo, Bodo, where Omobo around 31.1% of the game, which is not normal of Tottenham Hotspur. Who moving to the Premier League? Omo average possession was to 52.1. It's Omo a team they believe in possession. But a car allows 2 or 3 games to read the Europa final. No, what's the sound approach? And no, na mene Amorin so to issues war no. Uni dientia. Zoto shene journey throughout the Europa, and one player why influential Garnacho. You are playing against a Tottenham Hotspur team. Omo 2 centre backs, omo are dominant in their box. Cristiano Romero Zoto, the ni development, the no to reach any level out the center back be abetono, any injuries. But on his day, any center back be was assist to be a Cristiano Romero in yepe. Omo are dominant in their box. You need to expand play to stretch their back four, commit their fullbacks. And a few times now Manchester United committee on fullbacks no. Shamad ni doji die no. Then Ubo Dogu against Pedro Porro, which I think Garnacho will do it better than Dogu. And tactically Amorin elusu the battle. I don't know. Say Bianam Zoto now unsteady Tottenham Hotspur team, no, especially in their last 2 Europa games against Frankfurt and Omuboya against a club of Boulder. Then again, there was something interesting. Enra game in Zoto. We need to talk about it, which also a part of coaching seminar Kano. Richarlison. Enra which Tottenham play no boy no. Na me catch or say. Team be about 3 back biano. Our 2 wing backs. Our biggest problem our spaces na wing backs ni jano. It for Manchester United team na Mazraoui and Dogu and no more wing backs no. Richarlison na yenyina no. Richarlison is a proper center forward. But Enra, what Postecoglou decided to say, he will play him from the wings. Tottenham Hotspur going to any attack, whether it's a goalkeeper, Vicario Acheampong, and also some defenders, and air final will be up front because they don't have that midfield that no bekuta ball. I'm on proper transition. It's they went for long balls. Omo kiki long ball biya, omo de marry Richarlison. The whole that play ni good. And baby are no picky boss near baby are na Manchester United omo win backs na just spaces no. It's watch the only goal of the game. Shahawa Richarlison far ball no. Odima Idoji locate parameter sa then the cross. So we show the movement of Dogu, and the movement of Brennan Johnson. A child space na some man ekano. Because Dogu was confused. Honestly, na any Brennan Johnson jina ho. Now oni so onko ka magwa ho. Oni so onko ka luksho ho. Onko ka Euro ho. Then Johnson read the steps of the Manchester United centre backs. And not picking the right position to receive the ball. Even though there was some level of lack. But the ball looks sure. As a man but on the 19 ball on the 2-net. But you can't take anything away from the position of Brennan Johnson towards Sandy go now or share. It's the over Sanyo Marina. It was purely coaching. It's the end of game there. So whilst these two teams enter a bad season in the Premier League. Say 14, say 13, 15. 17, 16. 17, 16. So too. It wasn't an exciting final. I think and Tottenham and 17 years or money trophy. And a Manchester United and a bad season. We can describe a final as one of the worst European football night finals because there was no excitement. Yakobo final at least aside defending, you been exceptional attacking players. And I am no. Only the art of defending at Tottenham exhibited in their game from their two centre backs. How a Pedro across two spaces. Idoji who say Ahmad will cost him a lot of problem. And Postecoglou do Richarlison back or added defensive duties aside hold that play and or the Amanwa or Mobloko Ahmad no. We to go on play a beer would teach us or mouth that excitement no. It's in conclusion, yes, Manchester United and the Tottenham Akobo Europa Cup final. But when you watch these two teams, Miloto, Omunina poor teams. Oh yes. And no game there. Nyamiani Mukweni final and a final. But there was
end to end. Any teams there we more dominating, but still now Spurs they had clear chances. As Spurs second one.
Solanke there no. Say they are back beba. But on say I don't want to.
But you saw tactical battles.
Yes, some on say stage na do no. The only thing a coach be the winning is how you handle your team work tactically, because you cannot rely on individuals. You know, to at the end of the best game, forget about the age of a song, any injuries I suffer. A positioner, you know, to Ama song. I am so successful. I will Tottenham Hotspur. Why will a coach decide to play Richarlison? So what did I say? It's just he made a tactical decision ahead of a player YSL with that position. It's the tactics, no, and a Postecoglou at the ball, Amorim, and game now, boy, you know. But there is one thing I'm to football a funny sport. Now sometimes analyzing games are not supporters in TSA because supporter the team we know more renew into unfair. I keep on saying, say, yes, Manchester United teams they went to the final. Levels, Manchester was watching Tottenham Hotspur. And I don't want to compare Omumino level. But watch their quarter-final game, semi-final game. Element of luck be pushy omo.
Big aggregate score line. Meba. Big aggregate score line.
Yanko back to Omni Leon game in Old Trafford.
That was close, yes.
Yanko back to Omni Leon game. Is it too? The record and the Casemiro penalty. Yanko Omni Bilbao game no. Fine, a bar you need to take advantage of it. Manchester take advantage. But watch your team look carefully this season now. When your team will deserve to win a trophy.
And
so we no, but that is the truth. Manchester supporters they will not understand. Me Samizoto seriously, and I ever game no. Metina say analyzing two things before everything who say based on how Tottenham bomb games because I have Manchester United are what the teams who lose to in the Premier League. A teams who on low block. when you decide to attack Manchester United, Manchester find a way to come into the game. It's about Manchester Abaso, only Liverpool, because Liverpool doesn't play on a low block. Only Manchester City near about Mabaso, because Manchester City and Manchester United could defend it. You have money Arsenal, money Arsenal, there, could defend it. Money Chelsea, they were in the game, could defend it. But why will Manchester United ever good games against these clubs? But Omobaye poor against Nottingham Forest. We will poor against Newcastle. Omobaye struggle against Bournemouth. Omobaye struggle against Fulham. Only reason when these teams are playing against Manchester United, they stop Manchester United from attacking them. Omonya stop Manchester lose more ideas. It will be passing the ball around. And now have game a normal ball. About 7 times, Manchester United players never cross the ball into the box of Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham for head here still no Manchester players here the same thing.
One of them will come through.
Be Esana will cancel like Beba.
Say they are 17-16 na omo pre hono.
Enra say no dey. He say dey.
Obi ambeso baby o.
Oh, mzetu. Baby obi abede bia na asem ne say. Say Manchester D 16. Manchester D 14, Manchester D 15, Spurs ka 17. Those ones said the football recognize it and say at the end of the season, Zoto, with 17, and with 14, and with 15, now the chance to play in a bigger competition than league now, who becomes the Champions League.
But Spurs they Europa.
It's America say.
But Manchester man no almost person be 17. So Manchester at least we 16, we maintain 16 now. Spurs they be on be
but the highest position at Manchester bet me after Ebebo last games no or weekend here that way. The highest one I say.
Yes, 50.
I say
50.
It still remains their worst season since 1974.
Okay, Tiwini and say if you agree with Sly here. Also, Amorim lost the game in the lineup. Why do you play Bruno with Casemiro when he is most effective in advanced positions? If you think Ugarte is not fully fit, you could start Menu in the middle. Push Fernandes to his favorite position and get him on the ball more. Again, why do you start Mount when you have Garnacho, who has played almost all the Europa League matches, especially from that position? Okay. Coach is on the coach training. Teams training throughout the week. So Obu also so he does wild card. Memfa Garnacho nte. Emuye dia. No ababe.
Yes,
so
yeah,
they're thinking of coaches sometimes.
See, I be game na say Obebusa won say na one start Ugarte. But game ni start here na yebo no. You realize he doesn't need Ugarte
game.
So what let me say because not Tottenham Hotspur were not attacking Manchester United and Manchester were with a defensive double pivot to add more numbers to their defensive setup. Garnacho dey need the men na because he has excelled in the competition. Into psychologically competition afa no. So let me say
right.
Mason Mount about some few minutes but maybe a coach boy so he feels Mason Mount a final player.
Experience.
He has been there before. At a bigger stage, in Europa no, it's ABA memono. But when you are a coach, to Garnacho asem na okay, it looks like one we are on the coach.
Garnacho the Oko.
Our new coach in
Garnacho will go to Chelsea.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. Chelsea. Yeah. Chelsea pen pass seriously, and Manchester want to catch. He's one of the guys they want to catch him.
Based on that, you need one coach in Beko.
No, Beko. It looks like they want to get rid of him, and a player not so ready. Okay, the players not so. Some of these interviews, how many agents?
Yeah.
Can be to facilitate your exit. To facilitate your exit. As if Bruno also say, if Manchester want to cash in on him, he's ready.
But Bruno Nasem no, and now Manchester. Not to say he's a fine player, one of the best in his position, but in his youth, Club Ben is over because Bruno.
Hey, in Europe, the sweetest and so.
Why?
In Europe, the sweetest and so.
Why Club Ben?
If you have a kind of sweetest, probably in England.
In Europe, top one say based on the standard, no, he needs to move to a top club. So what I say, and to look for top clubs, no, and he na Bruno Beko.
Atletico Madrid.
Atletico. Atletico. Yes, Kakra. Yeah.
I said that no, yes.
Tino. Atletico, yes. But I say Barcelona, no. Bayern Munich, no. PSG, no. Inter Milan, no.
Juventus, yes.
But so you say Juventus, no. I won't sacrifice a coup menace, Bruno Fernandes. They won't do that.
And we could go in your Chrome coach. So where are you going again? You are the captain.
So I say what I have breast. I want to mean be and also you know.
Na obi ko talk to them na say come get old me you obi bed.
Oso ni e mo.
E ya no ma go di bi.
Omuti o wa say.
Bruno no nka Europa no.
But we are saying me to
Marino Europa, say na Bruno kan.
Marino Europa no my.
No my.
Also obi a say no give up and no na.
No, but once we are say what the Pochettino Tottenham team no about there, they couldn't win a trophy for Tottenham.
As we have
a trophy.
Yes,
you know, but I say boss player, you have a 12 so now for you have free hand make I will say bini top my plus no abusia e ma bi mpafie de biara da ni nyina ne se odihye bia o say ade no etete no eno ene edi to ase kuden de mano wo de ne aka cho say gastric ulcer, duodenal esophageal ulcer, peptic ulcer, stomach pain, stomach gas, indigestion ni nyina no eye ulcer ho inconius na maka che wo no antibomodin so betimi anya bie ebi kofi ho pe na utimi didi heavy na ebi koyemu a asomdwe aba nyade a ukodidie na afi okofife bia anaso so kote bia na urum ewo Ashtown wa promise eba enso oba dumu a ebi ewo hanamo mo enka kashi drug lane no utwamu hono a honso the bitter pharmacy ba ko ehye hono ba bia to odro bia no wokọ a wosi bibini toma plus no ene betime tu yade na se ede ama wo 0558 94 0541-337-816 Fistman Ride Company Limited say the obia or person the car or coach chin benchaye any jini biano or the kwesio no ma service ne kama edi amano obu ha ne car no koton bra na accident car wo so ne car na konya kwanhia baby esie biano to nsafre yen ye the towing car beko ne akoto ne kama ye de besu azalom keto bi ne ebadwo ye ju so a abusu tenie ye no ye maintenance car no e general servicing of all cars ye we are e be engine 10 overhauling body works oven spraying air condition services near twa electrical works no kama automatic gearbox no ye be repair uchimu anachese bibia de na kwam ye so car no konya kwanhia ye de ye hwe nya ye kura no a ye ma kakra na fe wo de abodan ho na bibia no etimi aye kama tienie na wurabu Kumasi branch ahojo runabout between Georgia Hotel and Gitgo office on mo 0500 210191 0551-498884 Abe Herbal Clinic ye kwota na so patapa New Side Junction ene ya wada oye adwuma kosi achina fiada memenda ne kosi adabo nya adwuma yade ne die hu sickle cell sanso na etwe yare esiche yare etete nkrofo ni nyina mu no na jese me ka wo se wo de ulcer gono hepatitis pile typhoid ni nyina kwa obobo modem no tuase e de amaw ya patapa New Side Junction Monday 7 to 5 p.m. 0243 345 392 0506 460 208 na nonso watumi aye bibia kama ewo ho enomo yanko atumpan insecticide spray meka atumpan dia na chese efie ho asomdwe eba ho mo amoya choba mo amoya restaurant nkofo betra ho atima didi na nwansa bia ndestable mo ntata bia ha wo mo na nso nkonso bia nkofefa akra no nkɔwe na ma akra wo susa hu de ha no ni nyina nso nkonso no ehye mpa no nutu ni nata so no mo ewe no wonya atumpan bi kofi ho no mo na de bi go no mo a mesi in the next 15 minutes ko honada kata bia encho nya enkaye no a be se donhre baako na o te ntuntum kro ya no esa ewe we 15 minutes time ko wura dem ho no mo in open 400 ml open 750 ml ni nyina no obetumi ato na fe enjoy amakunkum mo enyina na ye de aduhoma ye lemon and lavender and the friday ye and unto spray we a dem so ebe ye hwehwem na fe for so baako a obesanya after so kunkum mo ni nyina awie yenko Kumasi sokoban mo amwo nkan no munguram e wo Pokuase ACP takrade eye Hakuna Matata 0553 082674 and 0553082607 na no so wanya atumpan insecticide spray yentumrekai ne nkohwe power specialist herbal hospital na menka wo ne say 9 times award no awogiye ewo yade hepatitis na hono wanye ne kwa ne nyina ne say hwehwemu chese krom hade oboa wontumi mfansa no ho mo amode fatty liver prostate ulcer fibro kidney stone wo de adure fansa SK e de aba ye tu ayemkeka no ase mo amokoto liver care no wo liver no yesi ho atechema bia no a wo modern nkofo se even caretakers wo bo modern nyagirikagiri herbal mixture and capsules be ma nkwa na ekonomu a na chese nyama nyina ekoyie ewo sisim bo modern ewuram ewo na so eni nyina obenya be 0244 544422 ana 0200 383831 no so wanya power specialist herbal hospital ne kwakwa ne ye Franco Trading Enterprise Franco de obowura na so ya ayemyenti was won give up free bronya bre ebezi sabre a 40% discount off ediema fie tena eye de no nema ne dawson ebi blenders microwave sanso and a washing machine church freezers and also refrigerators ebi ewo ho uwia Franco ne air condition no ebonyu afebo na ense ye na eba ne se phone so dia iPhone Samsung Nokia phone ni nyina no ye tombi ya so ya mesi eye 40% discount off wo de opa okwa chinchini baby na wura ne de no na compare prices na be hu se de kan nya se we di agro eye close to Ajabadwo nkabata ne ba ko ho mo amoko challenge bishop YFM hono mo Adum Old Macon Kofo Clinic and a new Kajetia ho nyina no branches ni bi ho a assemble ya no na etwa gusa 40% discount off the number no ebra wo betu oto baako akoche 0245 316969 0245 316969 and 0560 684147 na no so wanya Franco Trading Enterprise ebra boss player airtwas there na mgo fa se Princess Nana esi dankwa Harry Educational Complex Franco o ma me dela say yem show special birthday Princess Nana esi dankwa boss player odaroma ebra ya
wode dem o de birthday bi ba obi ba obi ba okay ema all right babo
ebien bakon besan ba
obi ba ya no
ebien bakon ba titama of area there yemra fie na say edaso ye kanje ni grow fine na na oh jana daroma
grow fine wakadia second dey di kan bobo so yes abo so say you sue
enya do na so say yare that's right
say omo agents and distributors no
he said ashita baby ashita baby
for numbers na go screen no
ashita baby
and na grow fine so there yaka koko ne haban abom enti obe grow fine abrawo no na yaka tro se bi obabia be ton grow bia yaka no so na
nipa de wunyina no wanyini yie no grow fine
obeso de yie obese odayi omdo monte obeso odayi na obese bibia yaka kama mawo ompese o 9 on sabe titiritia no ape grow fine bi hwe yaka na chiri kwan wo de bibia bi sia na bi atobi your number is 0244596532 0244596532 babo na eyi so sisi opese oba hobi eye Jackson Herbal Center
okay
Manchester United in Team Academy
oh waba so na ya ro
like the message on there
to academy zone team
I say slice osre na o me defend ya
ball o ma tira no beba o prepare the defense lawyers no also here research so I said mama for accommodate
and na no update
oni update ya you know how ya wada be update ne bien we say one je white ni metan can no go be that update
was also na ba she nkunya no
Jackson Herbal Center so the Jackson natural capsules number and adwuma wuntini ni umponum ema osisi ejina yie na wanya ahoden be ma na afi malaria no so ohwe Jackson channel no so treat malaria jaundice typhoid fever and menstrual pains ya no ahwe Jackson eduro no enye ne na eji ne din number ne 0244 baby eton eduro bi aso benya bi 0244 723541 0244723541 na ye ko Viva Nego tablet Viva for one ade buy only a day mount
Viva
herbal supplement for relief well unya pain and sciatica pains ukoto na ya wa beti na ya usisi any pain be any kind of pain and one say akoda nko ho Viva Nego tablet no wo fa ye funu so a wo nko ho baby e ton duro so ko ne ko pebi free herbal technology no me buy no number 020833 7711 0208337711 omo dia no afi bosume frɛ ho na ba fo ba no bosume frɛ ho Rural Bank Limited ye bobosia e na odu sika so besie wa ye je to ma wo ne abɔ ho ban ne atufo afa business no kwan be fa so sika kakra na wo no be ten ya na doso wo betu abaye part of our growth and success by buying our shares. Yeah, structure or shareholding structure about to be a need work until afeso ni ebu akonta ni enyamfaso aya maubi no a first shareholder ye wo asafo market asafo heye e na asiwa adehyeman ye wo bodwe sango ye wo bekwai otafo e na mronto ya so ye kese pa no e wo nsuayem number 2 na ye MD fan Paul na Mr. Brenya operations omu tie sisi
Mr. Paul and Mr. Brenya
sisi okwa asafo a bo mu mienu ni
Mr. Paul and Mr.
Brenya na wa makwa number is 0548 533 050 0548 533 050 and 0243 600 002 ba fam se obeba na de aka de akiri
e ba na e de no so abi na tese no ntitama in the run into the Ghana Premier League 4,500 each for each nation's player. Aluta continua. Samatas will fall again. Nations declare we have our destinies in our hands. Titama, nations for no. Omama na declare say league no person moje. Na omo say Samatas dey. Omo show mo da even division 1 crowd no mutimi show omo. And omba premium so mutimi show omo. Ti come Sunday, senate bia no. Some of the Samatas show. Na afi omo pushi ediko na pushi diko.
There is no team in this world that Bruno will not start. Prepare for that discussion tomorrow.
Kai. I respond that says
What's you we are sitting. Bruno started.
What you want to go back so matter. What Bema Intercity. Ahead of the crucial game against Kotoko. Gold Stars return from Tepa.
Housing Nations for 4,500.
Player be
for them when they do what?
Say
winning
bonus no.
For matches.
Match be 1,500 now.
3 matches.
3 matches no so o ka boom. Na o de ama wo no mo fan clear 3 matches no. And say no we are the award more man kasa me o de ama wo mo. But we need the money na mo fan clear. Obi a 45 million. Mo fan mi na ho anye.
Dr. Komche Ban. So the Bano team and band I just want to establish. Okay.
President
Dr. Bano.
I think anybody and I was here anybody. You guys are on bottom. Everybody has or see everybody.
Because almost yes, promise na papa na about so and on count person the pressure to boys so. But mo dey mo winning bonus na dey.
That's only the news and they say order that.
Until no and dey e ka bo mo na da ho yi. Mo matches no. At the house nation say president
like the atom account
president no the ho mo kra na mo
so many problems. It is as a mom nations some players say line Joseph breakfast.
Omo did it twice a day.
Em so omo nkwa na ese
omo tu kwa bia.
Attend bia no mo camper.
Say omo say most times no mo tawo.
Omo oba bi omo te.
Most times omo tawo na keso. The be so omo oba bi ho omo te on.
Omo oba bi omo te on.
Omo division 1 there no mo da stadium ha. Stadium was soro but omba premier there.
Stadium.
Stadium ho na.
Omo
rooms wo stop.
But nice. Baba era stadium.
No.
There be Abrankase.
Aha, okay.
Minim say ho na omo da so
there.
Omo
minim say da ho.
Zomu na ho.
Anga me say
na say zomu da he.
Minim specific we want that but ebi no minim say omo na Abrankase.
Because say ka say mo be lunch and na breakfast and be na say omo common place. Omo the common place you can ask omo do common mo fie.
because me for what I know them me say baby far yeah and they are fed twice in a day and as omo to kwan na ya mo per diem eno nkan we ni bonus no
wow how much per diem
say na ye tu kwan akobɛ
duration
day bia no bia say ni ade say na no mo bɛ omo ko chef 4 na omo ba no omo duru achimota ho no filling station na
omo gina ye
no mo wura ho na ye do mo wura mo ho no mo ena say obi ade ope bia yi president tweet account the ope bia players the ope bia we ya no watia
double do we do
over shop na mo wura over shop e di obi anyi ni oya we otia ka ma han
na de mo no ko to be go
eni ba e wo tire
e so ko to be go
eni ba e wo tire
ade o tire
otia ka ma
oni abi
we be ka twice yi ye breakfast nye e morosa ye wo fie mu
asemo obi an
obi akon bibia wo
ye fe no nko bo chima na nse mo ni abi
wa ya ko bo chima
onti ho se
babo mi tiom asema
nko to ba no ko fa se mo
asema ni agetwa
o ba ni obi si
mo ni agetwa na se o mo ye bibia so mo ni di
asema ko fa no be to ka mo ko fa se mo obi amodi so editama the team no perform kasa ahead of that crucial game against Kotoko, Gold Stars returned from Tepa to their fortress and declare Kotoko will fall. No mercy for Kotoko. Tama.
Tepa don't go there.
I don't know share. Omo bomb last match no man kufi. No man kushe Tepa, omo si sene TBA. Set up ya Chantel region.
Tepa de say.
Na baby anu susu northwest and as
Tepa na do ka no ko again. The car is be kwa yo.
Me huna man
the speed. Now the ham from over
na say sanko for ho. Yeah, overtake is now.
What's that you go to sanko for? From Africa kasia.
Editama goes as for the Niabre. Omo say Kotoko will fall on Sunday. Come what may be, Kotoko will fall because omo jidi say so mutimi ehna omo ji league nti Elijah Kambi's journey to Mecca is in a limbo as Greater Accra Central Police takes over the case from Adabraka Police Station. Tama asenu mo edin ka Elijah ko Mecca but omo case no na say or report to Central omo call for docket ni nyina
case be
na won't asem aba hey almost what threatening will be ya ne call the police station no almost akwaja to me say o kan say akwa ne be hu hey nipa na obetina ha
threatening say
also threatening say on train obe hu
oh
not am one partner say we dey we in law
what's on train obe hu na no threat
hey let's go kweno o catch police for the say sa na o catch police ade che asa na ade o catch police ade che police e na sisi abe history so no ni case o kwaye no what the police din bem
also catch no way
also catch no phone so no record
also sending audio
Friday no ba o kan nti o call report na adaka Central Police for no akwaje o mse any docket na wadabaka nyina
docket we
se last one in case o adabaka
na we case e ifra adabaka ko center
to imagine come call for case docket ni nyina ase ni nyina abra central
docket we
na tema case wo police ni na business docket be
docket we dey case no man ajin kon baby we agro via se we
I go police station wo bisa mse ache na no so ko ba ko police be belu se chi se belu ansa
nya da bia na obenya bill
ya nchi wa be belu
ya ma bill dey che se but nya da bia omo efro buso ansem keke na uko
nti
ya report on the efro buso ansem
ono nya da bia na ko
I think for criminal
I'm saying all players lodge at the stadium stadium one na no da division 1 e one no da 40 rooms at the top. And feed them twice. Just after so feed division 1 and one of that soda. Stadium Nestrohono. Oh, it's a nice room. I've been there before.
Wow.
Yeah.
With them to be a
VIP
Ghana.
That's where Fabo Bay. Houseboat and management
6 unanimity from supporters to sack Ouattara in a crunch meeting today. And Opare asked the supporters to remain calm and stay united in the face of attempt to sack Ouattara. Tama, and the meeting no koso. Some radio and Kumasi from Kwado Omuso Modu Anessa. RCC for no, NCC for no. Omukushia board no. Dr. Nyahuna be representing board no. Na MD no so representing management no. Na assembly tititia. Omu pese omuni supporters ne kan omu ti ase na season ko ewie ya omu ja Ouattara kwan maneko. Ti eno ne asema omu de koto supporters na nim se ne
Who did the other supporters what this guy
so almost see hey no at dosun na sen with team no hododo nti when they say nya take decision na obi anim say nya na yakogina fa ako na say bia obi nam ha na obi nam ha na afa obi akwa
look what they got two supporters and him say be see iguje
tama omo frefre we no omo see 2 each obi ade moroso 2 each.
Some coach, they give the coach a specific task to perform. I'm sure all targets in idea on the contract. So you're only going to just invoke what is in his contract.
And but we are extra semono. I don't know person who know the
I mean be that
contract. I do my job the man. Why so? O de oba ekusku. Hwe ne wa anyi. Ase ne sei. Hwe ne wa anyi kire se oba no nse ne modern mon so ani. Enti hwe ne wa anyi. Eta wo won nse ne de hwe ne wa anyi bi. Enti so oba no odi 8 7 gra wa
e biom no free ho.
January, the word January.
Because
okay, but when you almost a catcher the
January, did to Naka.
Okay, now so the obey school. Naka the hair. Said no, this second be more about to me. Now, person chest up, I say.
This second, don't first.
That's all. And maybe
don't get in 7
Yes. And I said to leave 150.
Tama Kotoko coaching saga. Menshia reject German Bruni, opt for a local coach. Zito now has a chance. Say there yet it say when you're coaching na kasa ope. I'm information cry me titi say on supporters in be kasa say omo so nka bi ma no.
Oh, Bafo.
Yes.
Oh, Bafo.
Oh, Tama, I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
So I'm going to be
because
now results in a back amount.
Oh, say results no ho. And now, said they nipa super lobby kakra.
Okay.
So,
lobbying there is allowed.
What is a wiki yes a legends in the catcher and say so payment on country na on so and among to afa ho. So what and want wiki man buy you. So, intino and it say I mention say Mumfa Brunisem. I know say I disappointed because I know they know pay Germany in Nipa.
And now can't tell never.
That's it. See about those sources saying.
Me source say. And penny for any or margin say, coach ya some crowd om de atonche. Me ne am sifono. Om to coach ya some crowd ye danche baby. League no. Any FA Cup no, and why didn't you?
Yes, I didn't any Busimka.
Oh, the sauce.
Okay.
Mention the end yet, near the corner, see a baby, you been a good position. I'd say about the FA Cup and a league. No, the comments. Never go say. I
know on a team row.
That's what I'm
team
brief
now. What to be with that
about team no the air coso.
So they can work on what defense and that's what I call now.
You team I some of them.
Maybe senior and we can say the wife. A coin be so bit like I say decisions never be so many account.
Okay.
Sikasem ni adie. The Brano also brief for say I near Drew. Say FA Cup your final. Me and me setting me topic so. League no so nyame bo betimi age. Enche season e be wie ye. E bia say coach no ba no koye no. Zito e na aba obomodin ye hwese ono ana e de be ma obi. recruitment near dear crown. This time around, I started at the San Common and I'm sure say.
Okay.
Me did this on Beko Akudino.
So tell me the my candidate said the idea of tanker director, I mean where it's coming from. Oh, Kotoko side no. Maybe Ogum they don't believe so the idea.
I think it's for junior teams.
Okay.
So this will be a technical normal person. Training
okay.
Not then direction questions they say yen training and fire room. What I say. I think that is the reason.
So me feel say Zito has to be made both tanker director and the head coach. Because so far Zito is performing. Or your head coach act as a tanker director to the junior teams now. And it's possible. I said that I'm doing. Or that's your head coach or senior team, or act as a tanker director or junior team now. Or because the song he's acting. That's capacity always say. Is that my way no? Yeah. I know a tanker director. And you know he can continue doing that.
Whether it's possible for him to become the main man.
He has to.
Or we have to go for somebody else.
And you know make us say in order not to bring troubles and problems, so to issues no. At least Zito allow man to continue. As the whole year.
Then he cannot be the technical.
Well, the head coach are fine. I think the whole coach suit him because Oba him to he's brought some life into a Sandoko Toko team now. What I say? Why not Kotoko for no after yes, that's why. Yeah, I understand.
For determination.
I understand, but Oba quickly was to change your psyche, what change your mentality. How Kotoko is playing now, no, it differ from that of Coach Ogum. That's not to say Coach Ogum didn't do anything, but it drew baby now as Ogum won him. You see the point? So the Kotoko felt the league, they were out of the league. Now Omanya that new strength, they say they can win the league. Enwa at the Pakiki venue.
Yeah,
somebody.
Mama kind. Dr. Ike messaged me said before I get myself into
Pakiki Organic Cafe trouble. Pakiki Organic Cafe, fantastic place. Fantastic place.
Good morning, boss. This to say a big thanks to the entire sports crew, especially those who showed up at the Pakiki Organic Cafe yesterday. They were fabulous. I look forward to seeing them again at the conference. And the Champions Finals and the Champions League. Probably the conference. I'm grateful.
Yes, that's it. That's the arrangement. We are hoping. That's the arrangement. I'm hoping. Say it to me. Abaso Pakiki Organic Cafe. It's also good for diabetic patients.
Send me the Pakiki Mbeso.
Oh, okay.
Okay. At least 2-3 times a week.
I know. Mango leaf. You drink it.
Almost hour you be.
Go for me. Who say you
Emre kebab.
Me tell me test it.
Emre de kebab.
Me test it in here. Come up.
I don't test it no.
Oh, so to me there. Me come here. Me will be. I can't hear you. Pakiki hono hoya come. Go to. And off a mass school road no something. Stadium what you want.
It's a nice place.
Yes. We don't hear about honor. You didn't come. No one come here. Say
conference there.
Aye. So that I think as I'm talking about, I'm gonna make your intentions clear, and I'm happy the way they are going about things. Now the only comments mainly is about thinking about the next season's league, even though this is in
all source.
Yes, it's about the next season league. How they'll end the league. How many
are resources in different.
No, I'm supposed to be number one for the what I say?
Okay.
How can you think about the season without the one who will lead the technical department? How can anybody do that?
What I know is that the technical department who lead the technical department. What I know is the recruitment, those who are leaving and those who are coming. That I was hinting.
That's technical.
No, technical. They all lead. I'm not talking about to lead and I count. What I was talking about Kotoko and yet that wholesale changes now. I still maintain that about 4 players are key. They want to add to the team. Maybe
now I
more than
that. You are so maintain.
Also that time can have my mom for Butu about to join.
So me wholesale.
So Kotoko be 4 players. The man for you go to Chelsea for myself. Go be 7-8.
No. How many you 200?
Hey, yeah, he's someone for so those something. Second, I remember. I heard of sports.
New one.
And so these are some of the things that and to come and share. So what I say? These are things come and share.
Okay.
Omukonya assurance no. Then they start in earnest. Say be ya you be season no. Quick long don't be shim. Indications the next season Kotoko want to make sure say be give a stretch league no yeah but onye enko you say you admit my GNT menye. They want to
now sources. Why MC source says G2 by the one never call G2 ran never call.
So as far as me concerned no. The technical aspect in the entry kakra.
Okay.
So Zito is in the race. Zito is in the Zito is in the race. No, make I tell you, I'm someone called this year's league, but this year's league, no. Because they are so in pole positions of magic, but they want to activate next season, no. What I say. So they're building upon the movie here. I'm building upon the movie here. Then the season, no, it becomes something else. Me, me disappointed in their performance, honestly. Me disappointed. As a football person, we lay about 20 players off. Not say if you're in the competition, I just say they've done very well. They've gone beyond.
No money lay off.
Oh, your money, yeah. But to say you understand how football is.
But who are double standard? Europe standard and they had in Japan.
Oh, who
say almost doesn't mean anything. Who's so disappointed in?
Oh, that is
two different issues. You have to be disappointed. Because almost doesn't mean anything.
When you are in a competition like
standard,
no, when you get to the finals, no one to me and American was him. In the league, only 20 players of no more the new players every room. No more compete favorably like this, no.
Okay.
Me disappointed. But the supporters want to seek up. I mean disagree with them. But even if Kodoko are in the league, I am so to FA Cup final, win or no win, and the league first three. I think they've done well in this season. As far as this season is concerned. I think I'm changing my stand. My mental stand. Oh, so too. You come watch him.
Team of every league race more permanent.
Me don't know.
Mama 20 players in here.
Mama radio. Macho. Otambeba. And I will address you the host. I will address you. I will address you.
That's for head of sports. You always have to address him. You're gonna time no good.
We are aware that the last 3 seasons, the best position, that's a point, the highest point out of Uganda is 49, the last 3 seasons. 48, 46, 45. So, you are Muji League, you know. I don't mean 61. So, under Ouattara, 49. Now, Abbas was talking about, say, they've been hovering around 50, 40, 40, I won't 50, and Ouattara na there, na the same position that other clubs na there. So, he's getting us wrong here. Now I can't refuse in real league, you know. Because they all can tell real league, you know. So the last 3 seasons it was 48. The last 2 it was 46. Last season it was 45. But this season, because there were 3 matches to go, Hearts were 49. Just a point or enter 50. So the only time Hearts in points at channel was I board the league with 61 points now. So me, I want accept anybody telling me that I Ouattara. That disappointment. So supporters how they are taking Ouattara issue. No calm down, kakra. Now they have to wink at what Kotoko is doing. I'm not saying changing a copy, but wink at them. Not picking them maybe kakra. Through the Kotoko. Oh yeah, no. That's how football is built. So you're building football upon the success of our choking the season. You know, the following season. You know, not building from that. You always they be always. And then, team no, and I make the last season the highest point of money, 49.
Okay.
But as a crusade, the Empom coach, it's not the best. I don't think it's the best. I don't think it's the best. So they have to tame down. So the idea is, Obi Kase, Omu Koshia, management, I can board a catch and say, you're a Pom coach, and so to I beg to differ.
Is it Harry story? I beg to differ. I didn't say. That's what I mean to mean Castle Bois, but I beg to differ. Maybe they will need to go to address the supporters to calm down, to understand, and because supporters cannot to me set on target what the board and management want target. It's not done anywhere.
The supporters must follow the club's target.
Okay.
Which is from the board and the management. So I'm talking about my coach now.
So
at least he's done something so too.
Young Koi, now I mean, can't wait to from Dennis or say there may be a silver lining in all this after all. Trophies have often pampered or is it papered over the cracks we have, and maybe this time around without the distraction of UCL or the Europa, we can take drastic measures to rebuild our team.
Dennis.
When you say a Fadiana, coach, no person can announce no intimate.
The last week,
oh, who say, Massa, yen trust in the interfere. Now, yen solve your problem, not the Inya, probably Napoli in the offing. I'm concentrating
Dennis in
Napoli did 2 bad managerial decisions. So
what's it maybe
maybe
doing league next season. Without any competition.
Man, you league next season. It is a year now. Leicester J League. No, maybe I need a soon in a year free.
So where the young boy?
Moto, say Ouattara come on. Say yeah, the last season comparison about we will not be fair to the conversation. Penino wanya dear baku say. And has a near break some bobra, some permanent 10. Coach Bashir Hayford, Epic Heart of Lions, no more 9 points. It will league. No beer himself Heart of Lions are you. And no more yeah, the infants of Mina come with Tribum. And Heart of Lions, we and so too, no more 45 points, no more league. And almost start a new season. And the Heart of Lions.
On the wheel last season.
Yes. And the Heart of Lions. And the AG League, Ultimate League, me. And it's all about catching them and say, Ouattara. One not yet. No, two. You just have a partner. Obey destroy the oak tree. Modiamotiambo. Now say, yeah, now. And Nibrena one penny for the side, no form. Sandy Brenna normally was some or Bordusono, and we know as of my Gomun Sembe mean who the number of percentage I'm friend describe. Because board draw crana near your house of folk board members almost is not enough. Now no be 12 year lose Yenjano. Then answer, what has changed? Ouattara, yes, you
the name has changed.
Ouattara 12 years.
The name is from Bordu to Ouattara.
No, too. Ouattara, when yes, you. Last season FA Cup, no free. This season, home match, no free. Again, Golden Cakes, no free. And you see, a high level of endorsing mediocrity.
Na mama no kotoko bunyanza.
They be nyanso oni kotoko bo we no lusu e be ka bia kirezito. Ana e ba be bona baso. Yentimi o de Golden Cakes e kotoko ayo so mebo zito abaso. So Oyade could do final. What do you want to come and say? Obia Mona Basso. It's out now near show FA Cup. No league, Mr. Otuo. League yeah about this season. How to focus lose 8 matches. Nah, this house of 8 matches. Is this house of folk? So the bottom line is opinion no improve house. Adjuma we den ka Tijani betimi ayo. Tijani we. De omo pa mo no. Bashir Tijani. Ko be ye adjuma no. Wait. So Ouattara, no to you are not seeing improvement in players. You are not seeing a style of play. You are not see what is it?
4-4-2.
You are not seeing anything. There's nothing special about the Heart of Folk team. There's nothing about the hope to have the beliefs and next thing has by idea. I saw my ball penny in Tuja and penny for the come relax it too much. League we name competitive baby say and Kahasi no one going to be more money. Now to that Santa Koroko issue. Moto Zito is leading. I mean that is about 80%. Says Zito now. But the issue is Moto the performance of Zito in the next 4 matches and a better common year pa.
the performance of Coach Karim Zito in the next 4 matches. And how he will finish the season. If Coach Karim Zito went me and League Nimpo, now the next matches to be put up a more respectable performance. For instance, a draw against Gold Stars, win against Midiama Ofie, maybe a win against Vision FC, then win the FA Cup. It set the stage for the conversation to continue. But imagine said the next 4 matches will to papa so they are. And found say will lead because what I know is that the old players are in love with Coach Karim Zito. That they want Zito to do their job.
And say ba also got so me home. Say no wakono no.
No too they are in love with him.
Okay, say maybe asim see here.
Asim ben sam.
Oh, Zito no zafu dem fi asim ko kan asim bia.
Yeah.
Mo guy.
Yeah.
Kotoko ni match bia omuka so ko kan asim bia. Legends no bufu here.
Oh, them so to near.
O me just
but me too he's leading when it comes to the job. And a proposed plan I may pick here and say probably be 2 additional assistant coaches might be added to him. See a confirm on the
that's his assistant.
Back up and back on the
ground.
Some vibes too.
And Hamza ne back on the
Bana what me
no Maleka any technical
conversation for another day too. Now when a story be back on matches near born this weekend and the fact that the matches might not be on TV.
Oh
yes, PK and all but big ones now more power and munya. What may PK say baby any hambaso. And I may PK say branches so no. Nation Samate so no you to hambaso. Tibi ombe has and Accra Lions no. Nebi omuya ebia young apostles ne Heart of Lions no. Etimi abaso. Oh wenchi. Na ebi kura na wan ha mbe duru ba bia ni mpo a mtoto wan ha omomunyi.
Wan na momunyi.
Na se media ma ye na nsi hwe. That's the news that I'm picking on the grounds from the groundsmen. Grounds where groundsmen nkomo na mtoto ma picking.
Okay.
Na on say I don't know I'm really fear I needed to check that. According to the groundsmen, omne kotoko ball Kumase no kotoko amomanyi.
Kotoko na amomanyi
na number TV so they can say.
Na TV no one man baso team na
also say what I'm picking so member so. Na what I also know say kotoko ni media man so mba TV. Next week because kotoko so call takwano. Media man for na mba TV.
Na do bi happen o ya na.
Enti do to that
do bi happen so ya no ya na say.
O 20
the order that and so ya as me manyi.
Asobia you no visu you be dia say na video be cheche.
Na dia assumption no. Sebia ka Sunday your ball final days.
Yeah, change whether they feel from now to because and ya wade. I think aba say matches but you win mean say we in beba. But that's the news and when bad and then they say arrangement so I don't know what happened.
Okay.
We to say Kruma na news be say background now argue wedding because we've been here and my publication say born on be e duro abon ambaso. See how we take from the groundsmen the raw men are more power and say more kasa embaso a.
So when me na say na me bojibo ho me mfa ABA Herbal Center mra say glaucoma kata any yade ni bibi e fa ho bia no ABA Herbal Center specializing in the treatment of all kinds of this eye problems. So our problem would when we had the one year just obey on just over three say yeah Tennessee when so nina and yadia kanyina no so for ata e ABA Herbal Center so for Rasta so for 3 days or say bra no where prostate stroke bibia ma bono ene ne mantem na no wo be piem Kumase dwunase or main market na chi ho doma no be Ebenezer preschool na afi apia kubi cold store sisi osa okasoa the number is 0541 565199 0541 565199 050 281 2161 050 281 2161 na afi yanko babu jo bitio.
Okay to say unim se memeda ebe jumadi kese bi baso memenda ya 24th a promise Kura outdoor program no. Yes. Ewo Amokuma SD.
Kese pa.
Enyume 4:30.
Kese pa.
Na e baso. Ekruma ye konsore nsore mo munim to kwa afo munim to kwa amu na eba behia ewo ho na omo a mo de me ko ho ye Mozama disco Christo kwa
wow
amu na de me ko ho enyum ese enyum omo nyum nti
omo tonyum papa
omo nyum nti na me ko nti omo nyum
na wa mu uko asore wo ye
me ana o me ye presbyni
oh fine en fa de eduma na asafo
te campus
oh fine oh fine
oh
ya onu tum
da bi yangumantum
ya ngumantum ba so yen ko na obenti ko obenti ko so budi wa go obenti ko so budi say
me ware wo hu ya na me boy so nje ma soro
no
divine kwa so eba so freedom kwa so eba enti ye nyina yen hye nso nyame ya adoma eye meme da ebe 24th May 4:30 ewa mkumezi
different class
yes those be
free free kuma
ye nyina yen fo ye busuafo bia ni nyina nko hye homa am tutu yen ko tienyu
that's right
enyum so ne bubu Jericho afasuo nti wo problem bia ukotena ho a adano kwa afo ni hunum no na solve problem e de ema be ma boda ase ebu ye ni egu ade bi su na ya Kotoko League na Haas League na Go Stars League na wan. Eba chop me ba o.
Question for questions.
Questions don't force.
After names are the name of your congregation.
Oh. Aka.
You o first of confusion ba. Confusion o fa be fi aro.
Question overruled.
Enyo overruled. Me ina no answer. Mane wore, mamenye me. Enyo overruled. We to next week Blasters yeso mo bo Unity Cup. So what?
Next week no more fun.
Yeah, next week Wednesday. And a Blasters in Nigeria bo first game Unity Cup no.
28
and na ya wada and na 22nd. Yenim Blasters squad omodeko.
Na what did you say you?
Anya beso maje de beso maje de beso de
na em kwa bebre no bebre o beso dada
and am say beso
beso
anya beso maje ne hia yo
beso do di akira
anya beso maje ne
they have to name the team that is traveling
team na ye de kwa kobo game no 1 week to the game so to yenim players e dom kobo ball no e kwan ya fa so ye football ne na obia yi din o mem ha obia nka ho asem no ayenya sports minister e di nim se yenya sports minister obeboa last week obeka kire say other sports ni nyina associations ni nyina no munsua de FNA ye no na FNA tutu o munyoma ye no mu de o form dodo asema sports minister say waka kire no efa metutu ye football no fa ba bia egu ye ko bo under 20 nearby a sports minister so under 20 team ni maintain no ye fa nko under 23 there's a team no kura woni sports minister ko players nko ni no mo woni kwa mo fa so kura ko Egypt wo but obeba no aba be kan ho asem ti se we ni aban na musini amzutu ye so obeba no obeboa na ye football atimi etumpon a e say de me ye sure so man no mo gidie wo ayi ona bu Kofi Adams mu nyina no mzutu gidie no ko and say ase akura confess say on say sports minister no anyoma wo fom woni nyoma ni ntia mzutu me gitu ye say Kotoko League no me say ka bim so mo ni hye dani so no hwe big club big club o hwe big club o club kese club kese club kitwa omunyi no muntimi nye peda yes nations Go Stars omunyi no mo pe league age Heart of Lions be ba kasiyom eno mo influencer omun so nche Kotoko ne has asem binti ene baabi omugina ena ama we nyina ba asem a wo bede kan se Kotoko pe league age a Kotoko pe league age a ne ete Ghana ha ne atese Go Stars ne Kotoko Sunday Nation Service ne Samate Sunday match ni mienu nyina yenyi bia live amzo to bia to no bia kana no atum yes ya je atum ye wia na me akwasi adu abeka kire se afi league ni mo ayede enti corporate world no mo fo musika me hye Ghana football and then you say Star Times for baby super sport it is like a super sport ne Star Times and amzo to mo credit TUI for a liga anka asɛm a yɛkɔ ka kyerɛ ɔmo ni na we kura mo te saa asɛm we a ɔmo ne FM wɔ prayer agreement bi so mbetwam because nyoma ne bi ma super sport free Ghana league ni say ɔmo timi call league center bi ne atwa mu cable mu yɛsɛ ma mu ni bo cable no so bo zoto eti say de bi ati ni team eti nsɛm a yɛ kan na Joe mo no DSTV Ashanti region mo da no no mo tin nsɛm we a ɛno anso mo di mail ko South Africa se Ghana league ni kura no matches ni mode ni eduru stage bi ma munyi enu ye entertain sa de we woni de tie so mo ko Eagle Stars young apostles ni Heart of Lions no se glow for no mo attachment o mo 2 ka 30 minutes no mo wanchi no makutwa Heart of Lions there from Koma Medim so to mo ready to win the league Go Stars in Nations do match kotoko mo nkyerɛ so mo person mo league based on almost stance on certain issues because senka wo hwɛ fixtures na aka na zoto any teams ni modern bank can team what chance to win the league anga yekotoko what they should have league fixtures ni zoto na analyze me yes kay kotoko yes kotoko what they say transfer na analyze matches na aka ni teams no mo beso omoji league no na hwe ni ye pa but
kono wa mediama Gold Stars vision
yeah but any head to head asem omo betimi the points kura win yan ko ba head to head
between Kotoko and Nations only needs to win 2 matches Kotoko is no can no shoot 2 on edge
two ni say gina match awo bo so gina match awo bo the magnitude of team on ni hia
Nation boss amates we are Lions no bo baseke all the 3 Nations abitin because head to head
Nations obiti Kotoko 3 points
3 points and head to head obiti Kotoko
Nations yes yeah so Nations Belgian league I just so much baseke and you know baseke record wo
the omo can say Kotoko wo 54 points
Nations of 57
and Nations of 57 so Nations winning me no lose ba na Kotoko win trading in they all come to 63 points
but Oshe
Kotoko this is all head to head
Oshe teams no bo omo previous meetings and omo records against them
Nations
omo nyina no the 3
the fans are assuming Kotoko is winning the 3
and like I said the Oshe to say Heart of Lions for the weight of Heart of Lions so too Kotoko good record will be baby any Heart of Lions league you know you to say bass team what was we hear do to say team near a world coach the most world coach team in the league is Heart of Lions Starboy
so Kobasi
I don't know Starboy president yeah
Jibo is blasphemy he's not president bia
I mean where
we Basi for we know ourselves also you don't know compare
me see no na siase kan se be fa watara ho sia ye hu coaches o Magic League kura ya pam mo
of course that's true
so nim sa ye hu coaches o Magic League ya pam mo enti enye coach bi o G League bia na ya de enye coach bia ye be ball league o better position ye better than last season position na ya de hwe has ball no mo ball no siase we are supporter Tracy can go stadium ko hwe has team no their football is not exciting. There is nothing coaching about the House of Folk team. Beyond betting Yakobo match, we no money results be. Bamzoto. And then the Bema House of Folk supporter. Pass, yes, has team we are worried. We are House supporter, but we go with him. Right. It's what I and Assam na yekan. And 51 points in one way Assam. So what now we share has team na Zoto. Areho.
Okay.
They don't play to any pattern. And one is a players in an park so na be about be na bobi na pam no abobo atonet has a one no
za kito ama eno ama mo dem anyina mo kan bi man say ni team be win o ka so o mo Australia win of 1-0
o ka say
o ka so o 1
o to Tottenham na be win
me be ka say Tottenham be twiafo mo so na o ne me eje echi
na wo team be
Mini omo team ni nyina ba me omo style of play no me na me nim say Manchester.
And the baby any kotoko style of play no worry. Man remember ni.
Now one I didn't have ngumba chire na jama mfonso. O didn't have ngumba chire
style of play no worry no.
But style of play. Today say no, but I hear boni say no. Enya dia baby ani fo betimi agina ye anim. Say the fair play, any tactical play, any flare ni bibia gu ho currently here make say kotoko any baby any ubia ni ho obejeje. That's why some ye kotoko ni ubia ni obejeje say baby any for you good che kotoko. Endi obojibo asem na o kan say ye ncho yi no. Sabe edi brain sojo wani ebra in soja. Ko be hun say ye de ne ye tane.
They say cast na go say baby any cast.
Yeah, go so.
Hey, me bacho announcement. Chairman Obin Sechere.
On so han car.
Obin Sechere han car. We free. Free.
Basa na say.
Car dey support us eko.
Ebe ko. Okay, oh me be say me na
free.
Na announcement. Because
chairman see am support us
ni adom. Ewo baby ani.
No say Chairman Obin.
Chairman Obin Basa. Yeah, that's a pa.
Incoming national chairman.
Yeah, Bonabasa. We be ni ehwehwe. Enti why adie